Hey everybody, how's it going? My name's Chris and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you have been here before, thanks for coming back. And if you're new here, welcome. Today's video is going to be about the upcoming release of the DJI Mavic 4 Pro. And in today's video, we are also going to be talking about this, the DJI Mavic 3 Pro. And I want to talk about what can be improved on this drone. But also some things that I'm looking forward to potentially seeing on the new Mavic 4 Pro. So let's get started. So the DJI Mavic 3 Pro has been my daily drone for client work, for personal work, and for YouTube stuff. But I'm ready for a new series of Mavic. And some reasons why behind that. When I first got the Mavic 3, when it first came out, DJI left a little bit of a bitter taste in my mouth, so I upgraded from the DJI Mavic 2 Pro and I went for the DJI Mavic 3 as it was called back then. But upon release, a lot of the features weren't there. Things like when you zoomed in on a certain lens, I think it was the 27 times zoom, people's faces were being blurred. It was just an absolute shit show of a release for the Mavic 3, and it kind of left a little tiny bit of a bitter taste in my mouth about the Mavic 3. Because I was coming from the Mavic 2 Pro, I'm quite an early adopter in these products, so I normally try and get it quite quick. And when I got the Mavic 3, I was like, why did I buy this? It was like a half-assed release product. And we were getting promised future updates for firmware updates so that the drone would then be at its full capability. Something that I probably should have waited for, but getting FOMO, I decided to buy it straight away. But I quickly learned that lesson. And then DJI started to do some weird things. They started to release like the DJI 3 Classic. Yeah, it was just a really, really strange drone release. And you know, at that time I was like, why did I bother selling my Mavic 2 Pro? And yeah, it left a little tiny bit of a bitter taste. But as the years went on, DJI then decided to release the Mavic 3 Pro, which should have been the drone that was released directly after the Mavic 2 Pro, in my opinion. I don't know if they wanted to rush something to market or what the reasoning behind it was. But they eventually came out with what should have been the successor to the Mavic 2 Pro, and this is what I have in my hands currently, and it is the DJI Mavic 3 Pro. Now this drone has been amazing for me. I actually love the 7x zoom, and I'm going to pop up some footage here. The background separation that you can get from the 7x zoom lens on it is actually incredible. But anything after 7x, it just kind of falls apart. But I was really enjoying trying to get some background separation with subjects that are kind of up on a mountain. I try to get some with like church steeples and having the background, but one of the best I got is the shot you've just seen with the little giant on top of a mountain. So yeah, I love the 7x zoom, the battery life was amazing. I also do have the RC Pro, DJI RC Pro, I was about to say Pro 2, but I can't remember if it's the Pro. I think it's just the DJI RC Pro. A great little controller to have rather than having, there was a standard one that came with it, which is kind of nice. It's kind of similar to the one that comes with the Mini 4 Pro, I believe, but this one just feels a little bit chunkier. A little bit more weight to it, and I believe the display is higher quality. But now I'm ready for the DJI Mavic 4 Pro, and there's been loads of leaks and loads of things that I've been reading up. I am going to share a few things from a few different creators, a few different leaks. Anyone that I use, I will give them the credit in the on screen and also down below. But yeah, I want to talk about some of the things that I am hoping for, fingers crossed, hoping for on the Mavic 4 Pro. So up first, one of the main things that I'm really excited about, and from the leaks, if you've seen pictures of the Mavic 4 Pro and the leaks of the drone, it has a massive kind of circular style lens here. And I am praying and hoping and crossing all fingers that we are going to be finally getting vertical shooting on the Mavic 4 Pro. I do a lot of work for clients that want to put stuff on social media, and I want to put stuff on my own social media. A lot of times I'm cropping in, so I'm losing a bit of quality, or other times I'll do a thing where I put my logo up and I'll spin it around so that people know to turn their phone around the landscape mode, and that'll give me the full quality. But I'm kind of getting bored of doing that, and I know people are lazy essentially, and they don't want to do small things like that. They'd rather just have the content straight up, and that's the way it's going. And I am hoping and praying that we get a vertical mode on the Mavic 4 Pro. Now, some of the leaks that I've seen, we have had videos of the screen with a button very similar to the Mini 4 Pro, where it's the little vertical button where the camera will switch vertically. What way that's going to work, I don't know. I'm hoping there's no kind of drawbacks off that, but it is actually my #1 thing that I'm hoping for on the Mavic 4 Pro, just because of all the content that I shoot and share, and a lot of stuff that I share now on social media, like Instagram, TikTok, is all vertical. So that is probably my #1 thing that I'm hoping for, and that might not be high up on a lot of people's lists, but for myself and the work I do, that is #1 for me. #2 for me, and I've seen rumours of it, whether it's true or not, whether it'll happen or not is another thing, is potentially electronic NDs, so built-in ND filters. So I don't know if you guys use ND filters on any drones, but it is an absolute pain to change over sometimes, and making sure you've picked the right filter for the right situation, and then having to actually take this out, pop it onto the drone, put it back up. It's a big time waster sometimes, and you can potentially miss your shot. So I'm hoping we are potentially going to get built-in ND filters. With those two features that I am hoping for, I have a feeling the price is going to go up quite high. I'm expecting maybe starting at £3,000, maybe, which is going to be, it's going to be a big jump. But the likes of the Mini 4 Pro and potentially the Mini 5 Pro, if it ever comes out, there needs to be a definite separation between the DJI Mini Series, the Air Series, and the Mavic Series. So with the Mini, you're chatting under £1,000. With the new Air 3S, I believe it's £1,500 to £2,000. So that kind of fits into that range. And there have been people that I've spoke to about the Air 3S, and they actually said that the dynamic range of the Air 3S compared to the Mavic 3 Pro is actually a lot better. So the picture quality is better on the Air 3S potentially. I haven't tried out the Air 3S, but a lot of the footage that I have seen, it definitely looks very close, if not a little bit better. And then what I'm expecting to do is up the price of the Mavic Series, and with the Mavic Series, that is going to be targeted to their pro audience that don't want to maybe spend £10,000 to £15,000 on the likes of an Inspire 3. They want something that is portable still, so something that'll fold down. One thing I've also seen from the leaks, again, anything I refer to, I'll try and put up on the screen. The drone, the Mavic 4 Pro, looks absolutely massive, so it's probably going to go up in weight. And whether that's going to change a few different laws for us, depending on where you are, that's going to be a big thing as well. So what I think they'll do with the Mavic 4 Pro is they'll definitely start to split their drones more kind of, they'll narrow their field essentially. So if you're a beginner, you're going the Mini Series. If you're intermediate, you're going R3S, and if you're full-on professional, you're going Mavic Series and up from there. That's just my opinion, but I do think we're going to see quite the hike in price. One other thing that I am hoping for, one thing I have noticed from some of the images that I've seen, is that the battery of the Mavic 4 Pro, and from little sketches that I've seen, looks very similar to the latest Matrice drone. I'm going to put a link up here, you see it. So it could potentially be a similar battery, if not the same batteries for that drone. So the batteries in the Mavic 3 Pro, great flight time, everything like that, but my downside for them is the charging. So when I put the 3 batteries in the charge, it's just charging one battery, then second, then third. It would be absolutely incredible if they could charge all at the same time. It would save so much time having to wait on batteries to charge. I also do own the DJI Power 1000, and I got the fast charger for it, and the speed of that charger is actually incredible. The batteries charge up so fast. Sometimes I will be doing a search and rescue mission. I own the Mavic 3 Thermal, and I have the DJI Power in the back of my van. I have the cable. Once I'm finished one battery, pop it into the DJI Power 1000, and the speed of the charge is incredible. Now, I just don't know why we can't get that for the wall chargers at home. But if DJI can do it where you can charge 3 batteries at once, that will be an absolute game changer. I do hope if they don't do that, I hope they do they have the feature from the R3S where if you put the 3 batteries into the charging kit, there's a wee button and it'll transfer the batteries from the 2 other ones to one battery, so you have a full battery a lot quicker, which is incredible. But DJI, please let us be able to charge all the batteries at the same time. One other thing that I really hope they change about the Mavic 4 Pro is how we put it into a case. This is awful. It is literally like something that you would, it looks like a pair of underwear that you would try on, like a jockstrap, I think they call it. Yeah, this is just so fidgety. At the start I was like, oh, this is really cool. But yeah, this is awful, and I hope they change that. Another change, potentially, I don't know how they'll be able to do it. And if it is, I know that they do it on the likes of the Mavic 4, or sorry, the Mini 4 Pro, so many names that you forget them all, where you can literally just press the button on the card, it'll come out. Sometimes I find this like really fidgety to open. The little part at the back here with the USB-C and the SD card slot. I wonder, is there going to be a better way that they can do that? A very small gripe, but would be nice. Apart from that, everything else, I think my main things are, please give me vertical mode, please give me electronic ND filters built in, and please sort the battery issue out. Well, it's not an issue, but it would be a nice wish to have, that we can charge all 3 batteries at once, and change the awful little jockstrap thing. A nice little, a final one, and a final little wish that is maybe to make this a little bit thinner, if possible. OLED display, potentially. I genuinely find the battery really good on this. I love using it. One thing I have noticed on the antennas though, and it's only something I've noticed recently, is that there's actually a tiny crack in mine. I don't know if we're going to be able to see this in this light, just down here. I mean, any improvements to a new RC Pro would be nice. Maybe an OLED display, that'd be cool. maybe a little bit thinner if possible. But I am so excited and so ready for a Mavic 4 Pro. From all the pictures and images that I've been seeing online, there's two guys I follow in particular, Jasper Ellen, I think it is, and the other guy is called Igor. Massive shout out to them. I follow them on X/Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and I have their notifications switched on, so anytime they post, I'm like getting really into it and really excited for it. So thank you to them for some of the stuff that I've used today, because I've used a lot of their stuff. I'm excited for it to come, so I'm following those guys. So if you're on Twitter or X, it's a good place to catch the latest rumors. But yeah, that is my kind of hopes and wishes for the DJI Mavic 4 Pro. Whether we will get that or not will be another thing. But this has just been going on from any leaks that I've seen, and yeah, I'm quite excited for the fact of vertical. I know I keep talking about it, but I own a Mini 4 Pro, and it just means that I could get rid of that and just do everything on the Mavic 4 Pro. So it'll be an absolute game changer for me. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and tuning in. If you've enjoyed today's video, feel free to subscribe. Any links or credits will be down below for any of the images that I've used. So thank you to all of those people. What is on your wish list for the Mavic 4 Pro? Let me know down below, and I'll hopefully see in a few months. I think it's rumored to be April time when there's going to be a potential release, so that will be amazing. But yeah, let me know down below what you are hoping for in the new version of the DJI Mavic 4 Pro.